Ah yes, the age-old debate, Coke versus Pepsi, PlayStation versus Xbox, Busch Light versus water, and of course, gas versus diesel power in your brand new pickup truck. Whether you're shopping for a new truck or you're just trying to understand what's under the hood, this topic has probably come up in your conversations at the bar once or twice with your buddies. You've likely heard opinions from both sides, but what really are the two differences between the engines? Which one is going to be the right choice for you? I'm Dusty LBZ here today with my friends at Ducks Diesel, and today we're breaking down everything that you need to know, from how they work, to their fuel efficiencies, to the cost of ownership, to which one is going to be the better option for you and your needs. So stick around. By the end of this, you're going to be an expert in the field of engines and knowing which one is right for your use case. At their core, gas and diesel engines are both internal combustion engines, or ICEs for short. This is going to mean that they both rely on igniting fuel to produce power. However, the way they ignite that fuel is going to be what sets them apart. This fundamental difference leads to the varying performance, efficiency, and longevity that you often hear about the differences between gas and diesel engines. In a gas engine, the air-fuel mixture is ignited by a spark from the spark plug, creating a quick burst of power that helps the fuel combust within the cylinders. This spark ignition makes gas engines great for situations where lighter duty applications are required. Things like daily commutes, stop-and-go traffic, and otherwise more light-duty scenarios, gas is going to be the right choice for you. On the flip side, however, diesel engines use a process called compression ignition. Diesel engines compress air in the cylinder to such a high degree that the heat from the friction caused by this compression is enough to ignite the diesel fuel. This leads to higher torque at lower RPMs, which is why diesel engines are known for their pulling power. Diesel's torque makes it ideal for heavy-duty work like towing or hauling, and the lower RPM range typically found in most diesel engines helps them be more efficient than their gas counterparts. Let's take a closer look at the combustion process though. In gas engines, it's all about the spark. The air-fuel mixture enters the cylinder and a spark plug is going to fire, igniting it, causing combustion or a tiny explosion. This method of ignition produces faster but less powerful explosions, resulting in a quicker acceleration but less torque overall. On the flip side, in a diesel engine, however, things work just a bit differently. The diesel fuel is injected into the combustion chamber, where the air has been compressed so much that it heats up enough to ignite the fuel on its own, no spark required. This compression ignition produces more torque, which is why diesel engines are the go-to choice for trucks that need to pull trailers, haul heavy loads, or handle extreme working conditions. Now let's talk about efficiency. A big deciding factor for many truck owners is going to be efficiency. When it comes to fuel efficiency, diesel engines generally are going to have the upper hand. Diesel fuel contains more energy per gallon than gasoline, meaning that diesel engines can convert more of the fuel's energy into actual work. It's science. I am the one. In simple terms, diesel engines tend to deliver better miles per gallon than their gas counterparts, especially under heavy loads or towing or hauling on long trips and things like that. This is why diesel engines are the engine of choice for commercial trucks and for long haul rigs, hot shotters, things like that. They can go further on less fuel. Even though diesel fuel tends to be more expensive at the pump due to increased demand and higher taxes per gallon, the improved efficiency often offsets this higher cost, especially if you're using your truck, again, for towing, for hauling, for extended highway driving, things like that. On the other hand, gas engines are often more fuel efficient for lighter duty, short distance driving. If most of your miles are put on through commuting or city driving, a gas engine might be the more efficient option, simply because they don't need to be as robust or as powerful as a diesel does for light duty work. But what about going the distance, you might ask? When it comes to longevity, diesel engines typically take the cake. Diesels are going to be designed to withstand much higher pressures and tougher working conditions than gas engines are, and also their components are just heavier duty. Because of this and their high compression ratios and tougher components, diesel engines are built to last, sometimes running for hundreds of thousands of miles. I mean, it's not uncommon to see a diesel truck with 300,000 to 500,000 miles with some documented cases of light-duty pickups putting on over 1 million miles or more. On the flip side, gas engines typically aren't going to last as long as their diesel counterparts, especially if you're putting them under heavy stress like towing or hauling. Now, that's not to say that gas engines can't last a long time, but under equal working conditions, a diesel engine is generally more likely to outlast its gas counterpart. It's just the way it is. So if you're looking for a vehicle to keep for the long haul, diesel might be a better investment, especially if you plan to put a pile of miles on it. Here's a trade-off though. While diesel engines tend to last longer, they also are going to come with higher maintenance costs. Diesel engines have a more robust and complex fuel system and higher pressure fuel components, which means that parts tend to be more expensive and repairs are almost always pricier. Ask me, I'm a Duramax guy, injectors suck. Diesel engines also require more oil, which means that your regular maintenance is going to set you back more money than it would in a gas truck. For example, while a gas engine's routine maintenance may involve replacing the engine oil and filter, a diesel engine is going to require a more robust maintenance plan. For example, my LBZ requires 10 quarts of oil and a filter every 7,500 to 10,000 miles, fuel filters normally every 20,000 miles, an air filter about every 50,000 miles, etc. All of this adds up to higher cost of maintenance when you compare it to a gas engine pickup truck. Now, on the other side, gas engines by comparison are less expensive to maintain. Replacement parts like spark plugs are quite a bit cheaper, and the simpler and less robust combustion process results in fewer costly repairs over time. They're just much cheaper to own and much cheaper to operate. This lower cost of routine maintenance makes gas engines a popular choice for people who don't need the extreme durability or torque that a diesel engine provides. Ultimately, it's going to come down to this. If you need a truck for heavy-duty work, for long-term durability, or extensive towing, diesel is going to be the right option for you. It's going to save you some money in the long run, but it is going to come with higher maintenance cost and a higher upfront cost. On the flip side, if you're looking for a truck that's more affordable to run and maintain for lighter use, a gas engine is going to be the better option for you here. So which engine is right for you? It really depends on how you plan to use it, right? If you're towing a lot, you're doing a lot of long driving, heavy hauling, stuff like that, or you just need an engine that'll run a couple 100,000 miles with proper maintenance, go diesel. Diesels are also going to be great for those who value fuel efficiency on long trips, even though diesel fuel is almost always more at the pump than gas. On the flip side, if your primary use is something like commuting back and forth to your day job, or light hauling, right? You're picking up some supplies from Home Depot, or you're city driving, in your pickup truck, a gas engine is going to be a better bet for you. They're cheaper to buy, they're cheaper to maintain, and while they may not last as long as a diesel under, really extreme conditions, they're perfectly capable for light duty work, and you're going to benefit from that lower fuel cost in most cases. At the end of the day, both gas and diesel have their pros and cons. The key here is to understanding what you need from your truck and then picking the right one that's going to deliver the best performance and value for your lifestyle. Don't listen to the kids on the internet, okay? You buy what works best for you. Now, whether you're leaning towards gas or diesel, make sure you take care of your engine with regular maintenance and high quality products. And of course, and we couldn't do this without saying, if you're running a diesel, you're going to want to check out the folks at Doc's Diesel. They've got awesome oil and filters for your truck, all sorts of maintenance parts that you could need, and you skip the dealership markup, which is going to save you some cash. So all of that poses the question, is it gas or diesel for you? Let us know down below, and if you've got more questions about gas versus diesel or anything else with filters and maintenance and diesel trucks, let us know down below. And of course, don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more tips and tricks to keep your truck in tip-top shape. We'll see you on the next one.